Greetings, collective. Sophisticated intuition here with your divine lovers messages for the month of April. Okay, this is inclusive of the Twin Flame Collective as well as the soulmates and just divine counterparts. We don't want to leave anybody out. Hopefully, this doesn't cut off. Looks like I'm running out of space, but we'll see if we can get through it. All right, Spirit, what is it that the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine? Okay, there's too many. What is it that the divine masculine will say to the divine feminine? Too many. All right, we're going to try this again. All right, what is it that the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine for the month of August, please? Thank you. There we go. What is it that the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine for the month of August, please? Too many. But that's the lovers in heaven. Okay, Spirit, what is it that the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine for the month of August? There we go. Okay. And what is the energy between the two? Too many. Putting it back. What is the energy between the two for the month of August? Thank you. Oh, collective. Okay, let me pull the rest of these cards out. And I forgot to get the book out. One moment. Gotta read that one. Alright, put that there. Okay. What is it that the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine? Oops, two cards. What is it that the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine? And what is the energy between the two? Okay. All right, I can dig it. Romance angels. What is it that the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine? Almost time for me to retire my romance angels. But they wanted to come out today. What is it that the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine? Okay. What is it that the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine? And what is the energy between the two? Too many. What is the energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine for the month of August, please? Goodness. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And if I can have some tarot on this, please, Spirit. What is it that the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine? What is it that the divine feminine wants to say to the divine masculine? Too many. Okay. What is it that the divine feminine wants to say? Thank you. Okay. And what is the energy between the two? Okay. Flipped and flipped back, so it was a Knight of Cups. What is the energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine for the month of August? Okay. Ah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, so hopefully this does not cut off on me. Hopefully we can get through this. The divine masculine to the divine feminine is the communal dance. Lover, you have been alone too long. Your community calls you to surrender your isolation for this moment in time and instead join the cosmic conga line. Do you know how special you are? So much so that this community would not be the same without you. Your individuality and uniqueness can only enhance this group of souls that calls you to dance with them. Men and women, human and spirit, heaven and earth, your community is vast and rich and has much to share with you. Be lifted in celebration of belonging. Recognize that you are a part of something great. Can your heart grow warm with recognition you belong? You are meant to be a part of this great dance of love awakening on the earth. Your heart is already beating to the rhythm of the music. This oracle brings you guidance. You are being drawn into a new community that is more aligned with your innate spiritual vibration. You'll feel more at home there and be able to share your gifts and talents more freely and with greater support. Let go of relationships or situations that you have been holding on to out of fear. If they are meant to continue with you, they will remain. If not, they will fall away, creating space for new connections to come into your life now. This is not time to hide in what you have known, but to open to playful connection with kindred spirits soon to be met. This is beautiful. What the Divine Masculine is saying is, what Spirit is saying partially, is that if you're in a karmic situation, it will fade away if your divine counterpart is approaching or on the way. And what your divine love is saying, or again, this is the masculine side, feminine side, and what's in between, but however it resonates for you. But what I'm picking up is that the masculine is saying that almost like they'll wait for you because you just align very well together. I almost feel like the feminine is in a connection with someone, like let's say that the feminine practices spirituality and they're in a connection with someone who's a traditional Christian. It doesn't necessarily line up. And yes, those types of relationships can work out. It just takes a lot of work to do it, right? But in this scenario, the twin flame or the divine counterpart is in perfect alignment. You're a Christian, they're a Christian. They're a spiritualist, you're a spiritualist. They have just that better understanding of one another. So, like, the masculine is saying, I'll wait for you to get done with all of this because it will naturally fall away because we are in more alignment than you are with them. Okay. Boop. Legacy of light on the divine feminine side. And did I even pick up the card to show you? I don't even think I did. Hold on, y'all. We're going to get through this before it cut me off. That's what we are going to do. If not, wherever it cuts me off at, I will upload and then there will be a part 2, basically. So that was the communal dance. So I don't know if I showed you that. Okay, that's what came out. And then on the feminine side is the legacy of light. Okay. Says here, this oracle says to you that you have connected more powerfully with a source of spiritual guidance and instruction that is helping you full activate your divine life mission and purpose. It is confirmation that however you are choosing to live your life is in service to the light, whether it be obviously so to others or not, and that your personal growth and spiritual path are helping the greater human soul evolve. You are acknowledged as a jewel of light upon this earth and an important link in a heavenly chain of divine awakening. This oracle also brings confirmation, if needed, that relationship issues that are arising for you now are not only about your personal healing, but also about healing the emotional legacy of your ancestral lines. To do this, you may wish to journal, dance, or meditate, or dedicate a yoga practice to the healing of your ancestral inheritance, and ask that your own relationships be assisted through the karmic grace of your ancestors to step into more consciousness of love now. I am feeling an energy of mirroring here. What I am feeling is that there is an awakening in this divine partnership here. I'm not sure. I am picking up a little bit of 2 sets of the divine lovers types of collectives. One is perhaps the feminine was not aware of her light, okay, of being a light being. Perhaps she's just now coming into the awakening of that. Perhaps she wasn't aware of the twin flame connection and is coming into the awakening of that. But it's like the divine masculine knew, he knows, and he's waiting for her. That's the energy that I'm picking up. Like, go ahead and leave that karmic situation or those soulmates alone. It's now time to come into connection. And then look at what's in the center, the energy between the two, the Christ flame. There's a mission going on here. Beautiful. The Christ flame. So let's read it. This oracle brings guidance that you are connecting with the universal Christ consciousness, and your heart is meant to awaken as a sacred heart, bearing the Christ flame of divine love this lifetime. You are part of the wave awakening happening on the earth now. You are exactly where you are meant to be and doing exactly what you are meant to be doing. Keep going. Beautiful, beautiful energy for the divine loves. I am picking up strong twin flame energy, especially with the Christ flame. But either way, divine lovers, like, this is beautiful. There's a communal dance happening, the legacy of light. You're on your mission. I do feel like both of you are on your mission, on your purpose, which is the whole purpose of a divine connection, right? And I do feel like the masculine and feminine are both saying to each other, you know, continue on the mission. Okay, now on the masculine side, I've got forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. That sounds like something my masculine would say. Thoughts produce reality. I did not come into my awakening or enlightenment because of him. He did not usher that in, but there was a lot that I learned from him, and one of the things that he continuously preached was about my thoughts becoming things. So I did take that part away from our connection. Anyways, forgiveness, right? Forgiveness, the masculine is asking for forgiveness, but I really actually feel like it's more on the feminine side. I feel like it's both. Okay, I feel like it's both. You're mirroring the energy of wanting forgiveness and to move forward into a new space with one another. On the feminine side, I have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. See, there's this energy of accepting, respecting, and understanding one another, which is the energy of forgiveness as well. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a second. The energy between the two. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So what I'm getting from this is that both of you are watching each other. Okay, both of you are watching each other. Absolutely. On the masculine side, I have codependency. Okay, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I don't know that, I feel like the masculine is telling the feminine that. So I don't know if the feminine is dealing with some codependency, and it doesn't have to be actual substance abuse. It could simply be social media that the masculine is saying, like, detach yourself from that distraction. On the feminine side, says keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Okay, so here, this is where I pick up the energy of a feminine who is coming into the awakening of a twin flame or divine counterpart energy, because perhaps it's coming in and not in a form in which you expect it. Okay, now from the tarot, on the masculine side, I got the Five of Wands. Chaos, conflict, confusion. So with that forgiveness energy, even competition, I feel like the masculine is asking for forgiveness for possibly third parties that he put you in, feminine energy, or just any type of competition or conflict that had occurred between the two of you. He is asking for forgiveness. Okay, and also offering forgiveness. On the feminine side is the Page of Cups, my I'm sorry card, forgiveness. So it's like this mirroring energy of asking and or offering and receiving forgiveness. So the energy of August for the divine counterparts in the twin flames is forgiveness, and who better to forgive than Christ, right? Also, we have the Ace of Cups as the energy between the two of you. So there is a brand new, the Ace of Cups is brand new beginning in love, spiritual enlightenment, okay, and miracles and spiritual awakening. So that is what's happening. There is forgiveness, there is love, there is spiritual awakenings happening. There is divine love occurring in the month of August. So that's beautiful. And it is also self-love, right? Ace of Cups. So then in the center, between the two of you here from the romance angels, we have love yourself first. Okay, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I do feel like the two of you are vibrating at the same frequency, mirroring each other's energy. You have learned to love yourself equally as individuals, and you are prepared to forgive one another for whatever occurred, and there is an opportunity here for a brand new beginning in a divine love situation. Okay, connection. I don't want to call it situation because I don't want anyone to get confused with situationship. No. This is a spiritual connection that will exist throughout eternity. And whatever the codependency and conflict is, that is something that the masculine is prepared to forgive the feminine, and vice versa. Put the shoe on the foot that it fits, okay? That's what it looks like for the month of August, my loves. That is your message. Love and light.